Hello and welcome to Zombie Beach. This is a sick Jerry, and with me is Dan.
Who is probably as sick, but in a more mental sickness capacity. So, Jerry, let's jump right in because this is actually kind of momentous because you are the first person that I personally know who has contracted the swine. What is it? It's
H1N1.
H1N1 swine flu.
I've got to swine flu. Oink oink.
Yeah. Now
it makes you make bad jokes.
Yep. Well, then we've had that. So we both had the swine flu for a very, very long time.
Oh Lord.
So you're feeling a little bit better. I mean,
yeah.
When we first actually, dear listener, we weren't going to do a podcast today because when I called Jerry to find out how he was doing, he didn't sound that good and was a little tired and just didn't seem on his game. But as we talked, and I don't know if it's the miraculous healing powers of my voice, but he perked up a little bit.
It is. Praise the Dan.
Praise Dan.
It's the power of laughter. It's made me feel better, truly.
You know,
and this Baltic Porter probably something.
See, that's what it is. It's a beer fest, is what I'm thinking.
Oh no, it's just one beer, but it's the beer that I chose to make me feel better. But
yes.
I just did a review of it. I posted on Groovy Brew.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I went and listened to the Weasel Puke podcast, which was very fun. It was great. I mean, actually, and to be honest with you, that podcast made me want to go get some.
Oh, you're kidding. Don't.
No.
Don't spend your money.
Was it that bad?
Well, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't worth that much money. It wasn't worth $10 an ounce for the frickin' coffee. You could spend half that and get something incredible instead of spending all that and getting something mediocre with that. But it has a like a funny package. That's all you're paying for. You're paying for the bragging rights
of drinking
Weasel Puke
Puke coffee.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, okay, then forget it. I won't get it.
For anybody out there who's wondering what the heck I'm talking about, you can go and find it at groovybrew.com. Click on the coffee side and look for the podcast. Did we cover that? Did I talk about that during the Halloween episode?
Yes, we did, as a matter of fact.
Okay. All right.
That's why I was bringing it up, because afterwards I went and listened to the podcast and was sitting there going, wow, that actually, the power of the media. How about that? It made me want to go get some.
Oh, that's scary.
It is.
Because all we did was downtrodden it the whole time.
I know. How frightening really is that now I want to go get some.
Well, you also like bad horror movies too, so it's probably the same draw.
That is true. Hey, by the way, I'm sending you a graphic that maybe we could use for our
okay
as our artwork.
Save as. Okay. Oh, it says it may contain viruses.
There you go. Well, ironically, how perfect is that for a podcast?
Yeah, perfect.
Isn't that a great picture?
It's a little. What is it? A pink pig?
It's a pink pig
with a mask on.
Oh, good Lord.
Well, I'm feeling I kind of go up and down, but truly, dear listeners, I didn't know I had the flu. I thought it was a bad cold, and the only reason I went to the doctor was I had a sinus infection starting. So I went in on Friday, and while I was there describing my symptoms, they said, we're going to test you for H1N1. And I'm like, well, I don't think I have it. And they're like, well, we don't think you do either, but let's just be safe. And I'm thinking, how much money do they get every time they test someone?
Oh, it must be millions.
Yeah, so they stuck a swab way up my nose, gathered a lot of really nice colored snot, and stuck it in a test tube. And it was either, I forget if they said red was bad and blue was good or vice versa. But I made some sort of political joke, and they said I would know in 10 minutes. And so they, did their thing, and I turned my head and cough and all that. And they come back and they're like...
They didn't really make you turn your head and cough.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was going to say, dude, if they're cupping your nuts for a flu thing, you got more problems than just a swine flu.
Well, that's why I always go to female doctors.
Oh,
But
there you go.
Because if they're going to make me do that, I don't want a guy touching me.
No.
But yeah, they came back in and said I was positive and that no, I should not go into work that day. And so I went home. But I'm recovering from it. What I'm feeling right now is the blech from the sinus infection. The swine flu itself wasn't that bad.
Right.
It's just I was like, I had no energy and I felt kind of like crap, but it was nothing in my lungs. And I never had a fever at all.
That's so strange. I heard that the fever is one of the first things that they say is part of the swine flu.
That's why I didn't think I had it. But apparently you can have it and not have. But, because of the paranoia being caused by all this fear-mongering in the press, I've been taking like an insane amount of vitamin C and vitamin D and lots of vitamins and eating really well and washing my hands like a compulsive maniac. And I'm wondering if a lot of that contributed to the fact that my body was able to fight it off so well.
That's probably true. I would think that if you took all those precautionary measures prior to getting it, which could explain why it's just kind of like hanging out. It's almost like you're the bus and this thing is like a passenger just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, really.
Because it's just lying dormant, maybe, and
the travel warden is like blowing it with a shotgun right now. So
exactly. So it's
like off the bus, sucker!
It's like the swine flu hobo being kicked off the train by the rail yard dick.
Exactly.
So to speak.
Get off my train.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my goddamn body, you motherfucker.
So, other than that, you're feeling good. Now, I do have to do a follow-up to our last show that we did. Did anyone come to the door trick-or-treating?
No.
No, me neither. Nobody showed up.
Night. But, man, did we have a lot of listeners. Thank you, everybody, for writing in and telling us that you listen. I'm now feeling slightly nervous and I have stage fright because people are listening to us.
Don't have stage fright. See, that's the thing. It's like it's almost better that we didn't know.
I know. I'm just going to pretend we have no listeners.
Yeah, except for Greg.
Yeah, Greg. Greg still listens.
I know. Even though every week we pummel him verbally, he still comes back for more. But that's fine. We love.
One of these days, I'm going to meet the guy and buy him a beer.
Honestly, I think our listeners should send us pictures of themselves.
Oh,
like headshots.
We'll put a mugshot thing up there, and
we will, and we'll pick the listener of the week, and they'll win absolutely nothing. No, they'll win a handkerchief that Jerry has sneezed into.
There you go.
See, it's better than a box of spiders. We're sending. You could get sick from Jerry, so it's like,
it's like getting the swine flu vaccine, but you don't have to pay for it.
That's very true. Now, actually, I had a story idea. This was about, 96, that I was trying to figure out how to turn it into a book, but it just didn't go anywhere. That, there was this society of people, the whole being starstruck and all that. It's like people were so enthralled and so obsessed with celebrities that the ultimate thing would be to get sick from a celebrity.
That's awesome. I like it.
People would buy Keanu Reeves' popsicle stick that he ate while he had the flu, or I
want his hookworm.
Exactly.
Infect me.
I want a tapeworm from Jessica Alba.
I want Tom Cruise's clap.
Oh, good Lord.
Not me.
Oh, all right. Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you got Tom Cruise's clap from Katie Holmes by proxy,
that's
I don't know.
Still gross.
That is still pretty disgusting, actually. So yeah, wow, there you go, swine flu. I have avoided it. I can't believe it. Being that I work with the general public, I am really surprised that I have not contracted said affirmity.
You may have already had it, not not even noticed. I mean, it can be pretty mild.
Really?
Well, it was for me, and I've heard that other people. When I was at the doctor's office and I was poo-pooing the fact that they were testing me, the nurse did say, "Oh, you'd be surprised. We had a lot of people come through here who don't have any symptoms at all, except maybe a couple, and we didn't think they'd had it, and they did."
Really?
So it's probably, and it's really easy to catch. It's really easy to give to people, which is the only reason it's any more dangerous than a normal flu. Because a normal flu can be dangerous to anyone who has a health condition, And this one is very easy to catch, so more people are going to catch it, which makes it more dangerous because more people will have it.
Right.
But other than that, it's just a flu. So
it's just a fluke.
It's just a fluke. It's a fluke that they caught it in me.
Is what you're saying.
Oh, by the way, thank you for offering to send me bacon.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, as soon as I heard that, I thought, you know what?
Bacon would have cured me instantly.
Hey, like no fooling. Anytime you can have bacon, it's a good thing.
Well, someone just pinged me.
It's me. I sent you another,
okay.
I sent you another image.
Stop pinging me! God damn it! Get off my Skype!
Get off my broadband!
Archie McPhee sent me their latest catalog, and I'm looking through it, and I'm thinking, darn it, we've got to get them to give us something so we can give it away to our listeners.
Well, you know what? I was thinking about that.
Did you contact them?
You know what? I sent an email, but they never answered, much like my good friend Bruce Campbell, who still has not responded, even to say no.
He friended me on Facebook, which is weird.
He friended you?
Yeah.
He friended you.
He friended me.
Like he sent you a request to be his
so
friend.
I'm not sure if it's really Bruce Campbell.
Well, you know what? Maybe we're more famous than we think, Jerry.
I don't think so. But, there's a lot of, especially like out on Twitter, there's a lot of fake celebrities. But, I'm thinking maybe next payday that you can buy this Archie McPhee box of crap.
There you go.
Like $24. What is it? Surprise bag, $22.95. $125 of loot for a measly $23. Contents may vary. I'm going to buy it, and then we'll have giveaways for the show.
I like that. That's a great idea.
And then we'll send them a bill.
Dude, we should send it freight collect.
Yeah, really.
And honestly, I mean, if at all possible, I would like to get Archie McPhee to sponsor us for a box of spiders.
They should.
Like we could do that. Like we talked about it, and I think obviously now it's kind of a running joke, but I honestly think that we should do a box of spiders.
Do you think that anybody listening to us has no idea what we're talking about?
No. If here's the thing. You know what, dear listener, if Greg is truly our only listener and he doesn't know what we're talking about, then there's a short-term memory problem.
Well, go out to www.mcphee.com, MCPHEE.
Yes.
And you'll know what we're talking about. It is a catalog of the craziest crap you've ever seen, including a huge collection of zombie toys.
Yes. It's they're the unofficial sponsor of Zombie Beat.
Yeah, and a nun punching puppet.
Yeah, you gotta love nun and the sparking Godzilla wind-up.
An avenging narwhal playset where it corkscrews various little animals.
Yeah, so
and the zombie pet shop with glowing zombie pets.
Dude, seriously, that's what I think we should give away. Is glowing zombie pets.
We'll see.
I'm gonna call them up. I will call up Archie McPhee sometime this week, and I will talk to somebody, send them to our podcast, let them listen, and tell them we want. All that we really, really want is for them to kick down some zombie crap, and we'll give it away to our listeners. Each week, we'll do like a contest of some sort, like something
we'll think of something. It'll either be on our comment section or if people tweet us, and we'll pick a random tweeter.
Yeah, we don't really have a Zombie Beach tweet, do we?
No, we don't, but we will now.
We will now. That's on the list of things to do.
Yeah.
Well, this is exciting. See what happens when you and I get together. It's like this cosmic explosion uh, of goodness.
Unfortunately, I don't think this episode's very funny yet.
No, we're starting off slow, but we'll taper off.
As always.
As always. Hey,
thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming by again. The shortest episode of Zombie Beach ever at 26 minutes. Well, no, actually, it's not even 26 minutes because we started talking before we started recording.
Yes.
So it's actually 2 minutes.
13 minutes, something like that.
Now, but here's an interesting thing. New episode of V.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that because I don't have TV.
You don't have TV?
Mm-mm. I just have my internet connection to keep me warm.
Oh, wow. Well, you should really check it out. If you were a fan of the 80s version.
Well, I kind of liked it, but then it got silly.
It was cheese and it was melodrama and it was high, way overacted. This one, actually, much better special effects and...
it's like the new Battlestar Galactica as opposed to the old one.
Now, I personally liked the old Cylons.
Well, I liked Starbuck.
Starbuck?
Yeah, the character Starbuck in the original series. I forgot what his name was, but he was like this dashing. He was like the Han Solo character,
Yeah.
But in the new one, the Starbuck was female, which I'm hearsay because I've actually never seen it.
Right.
I'm ashamed to say, but I just don't watch TV. What I am looking forward to is Avatar coming out in December.
Yes. Now,
oh my God, that looks incredible.
That does look pretty doggone phenomenal.
That looks like it's going to be above and beyond.
Well, it's a James Cameron thing, so I can't imagine him putting anything out there that is less than amazing.
I know, and the amazing things that I've seen, just the trailers are just like, wow.
Yeah, so that's going to be a good one. That one looks good.
2012 looks good. I haven't seen it yet. Is it out yet?
It is coming out on the 13th.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm definitely seeing that.
Well, I hope it. I was wondering when it was going to come out. I hoped it come out before 2012.
Really?
I mean,
nobody would see it. Who'd all be dead?
It's like the whole world falls apart.
The whole world falls apart during the showing, right?
Did I ever tell you my theory on that whole 2012 thing?
No. What is it?
No. Here's what I'm thinking. In all honesty, I believe that whoever was carving out the Mayan calendar back then probably got hit by a poison dart when he finished up at December 2012, and then he died, and no one decided to carry on because it didn't matter; they wouldn't be here.
I think it's just like the programmers in the 80s who were programming.
Right.
Yeah, and they said, well, all we need is 2 digits in the calendar. All this stuff's going to be replaced by the time you...
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The Mayans the same way. They're like, that is so far in the future, I'm not even going to worry about it.
Right. That's what I think. It's like it stops there, maybe continue next calendar.
Why would the Mayans have any kind of insight into the end of the world that we don't already have?
I don't know. That's a great question. As a civilization, I mean, they did have some amazing things. However, I don't know. I don't know why.
I don't know. We have telescopes that look out to the edge of the universe. I think that we would know something was up if the world was going to end at a certain time.
Exactly.
I mean, unless it's like this asteroid's coming at us, so we don't. But that could happen at any point,
Well, yeah, and let's put it this way: I am sure that asteroids have careened closer to the Earth than a lot of people are going to tell us, just so they don't incite public freaking out, cry, whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure that has happened. I know they keep a close watch on them now.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you, when I was watching the trailer for the 2012 thing, and it gave me nightmares.
Really?
Which is weird. But I mean, after that, I started having these apocalyptic nightmares, and one of them was So I live on the edge of Chicagoland here, and I woke up in the middle of the night because my whole house like shifted to the right or something, and I was thrown out of bed. And I get up and I look out this little window and towards Chicago, and the whole sky is on fire.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh. And so I like grab what I can and I get in my car, and there's like cracks in the road everywhere, and I'm driving away from it. And then my gas is on empty because I forgot to fill it up. And I get to this gas station, and it's like the fire is following me, and all these people are like zooming by, and their cars are blowing up and stuff. And the guy won't give me gas because I forgot my wallet. And that's when I woke up.
Well, you know, it's funny. Being that you've got the swine flu, I'm surprised you didn't think it was the apocalypse.
When did that seed get into your mind?
About a minute and a half ago. I was just waiting for the right time to put it in. You know, that's what happens.
You.
This is, well, you know what it is, and in all honesty, this is the blessing and the curse that is Dan Ledbetter. There's like a little guy up in my head, and he's in this gigantic room of filing cabinets, like floor to ceiling, and he's got like 10,000 arms. And they're like poised at different filing cabinets at any given moment. And one word or one thing could set it off. Like when you said apocalyptic dream, it's like I went apocalyptic, sounds like pork, sounds like swine flu. And I just went, oh my God, it's the apocalypse. And I thought, I'm sitting there going, because I didn't want to interrupt you and just throw that out. I had to wait for the moment. But that's just a little insight into how my mind works. So.
Take my file, please.
Yes, Apocalypse Now is what I think we can call the podcast.
Apocalypse Now. Perfect.
We can call it
named.
We can call this a swine cast.
Oink.
Oink. Oh,
it's apparently politically incorrect to call it swine flu, isn't it?
Why?
Who decided that?
Why? Why is it politically incorrect?
Well, because everybody on the news, they now call it the H1N1. That's the official name for it, because the pork producers of America have decided that you can't call it the swine flu because otherwise everybody will stop buying ham.
Oh my gosh!
It's what happened last year when it first broke out.
And you want to know what's funny? I wondered why. I was watching the news here in Southern California, and this newscaster, and I kid you not, Jerry, he really did this. He goes, the swine flu cannot be contracted through pork products. And he goes, to illustrate that, I'm going to have a piece of bacon. And he picks up a piece of bacon and chews it and says, see? I felt like I had to raise my hand to go to the bathroom. It was like one of the most demeaning things I think I've ever seen a newscaster do.
Oh, that sums up big media right there.
Exactly. Well, you know, and
we're a bunch of idiots.
We are, and it's like everything's a disaster. Like down here, the first sign of rain, like if there's a dark cloud, good Lord, it's Storm Watch 2009. You know, yeah. It's like it's the first rain of the season, and we've got Bill Mayer down on Main Street with more. And it's like it's not even raining. Well, you know, the storm hasn't hit here yet, and it's like a rainstorm. You'd think people had never seen a thundercloud or rain before here in Southern California, and it's like anytime a rain happens,
someone's got to go stand out in it.
Yeah,
with a microphone.
Stand out in with a microphone, or they're by the freeway sitting there thinking that there's going to be pileups and all this stuff. Seriously, you would swear it was the end of the world whenever rain happened.
If it's the end of the world, we're going to film it here on News 12.
Exactly. World ending this afternoon, film at 11. It's like, good Lord.
And the producers are going, our ratings are going to go through the roof. Yes, praise the Lord.
Oh, good heavens. You know, I guess it is true. If it bleeds, it leads. So, I don't know.
But, I mean, who's going to pay their advertising if everybody dies?
See, that's a great point. Now, that is something that I've always wondered is if everyone is wiped out, why would people?
Where's their income coming from?
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, that too. I mean, I guess there's always you could sell into the world souvenirs.
To who?
Oh yeah, good point. Never mind. I heart the end of the world.
It'd be a funny T-shirt. I survived the apocalypse.
I survived the apocalypse. I like that. That should be a Zombie Beach T-shirt right there.
Yeah, really.
.zom.com. I survived the apocalypse. So if you're listening out there,
yeah, and if it's the end of the world,
please.
You're the last person listening to a bunch of podcasts.
Yes, please make a I heart the apocalypse shirt.
Yeah, just take a Mark's a lot. And
yeah, just make your own. It'll probably be like Burgess Meredith in that Twilight Zone.
We'll be smiling down at you from heaven.
We will. Yeah, just don't try to contact us via the virtual Ouija board.
Yeah, that thing didn't work very well.
No, that was a sad thing. For more information on the virtual Ouija board, will you please listen to the last podcast?
Yeah, listen to the Halloween 09 episode.
Yeah. As opposed to the apocalypse episode.
As opposed to the Halloween 08 episode that doesn't exist.
No.
So
we could make one. We should go back and just do
Halloween. Go back in time and do it.
We could do that. Just get like a newspaper from Halloween and just start commenting on stuff that happened.
Oh, that'd
and
be
make
funny.
people think we've got like all these, these podcasts from like 1963.
1963.
Dude, how funny would that be? That's what we need to do. We need to get a sound effect of like pops and hisses, like it's recorded on like one of those old wax cylinders.
Yeah.
Well, Jerry, it's 1843. And have you seen that new Edison light bulb thing? I think it's a bunch of crap.
It'll never take off.
And this internet thing.
Electricity is overrated.
Back when I was a kid, when we had swine flu, we had real pigs attached to it.
Really?
Not like you kids nowadays.
Whatever happened to the bird flu? Wasn't that the one that was supposed to kill us all off?
Yeah, the bird flu.
I guess it's for the birds.
Well, now the beautiful part about that is, let's talk about the bird flu for a second. Now, the bird flu, as opposed to the swine flu, obviously different strain. However, if you notice, whenever they report it in the paper, they still wear those same masks.
Yeah, really?
The same ones, the same little blue masks that wouldn't stop a flu germ on steroids.
Really?
I mean, why would people put those on in the first place? Can you
psychological?
Is it really? Is that it? It's more of a.
It's a mental barrier.
Right. It's like a.
I have this, therefore I am safe.
Yes.
Therefore I can function.
Exactly.
But therefore you will still get it.
Well, maybe that's why the Bazooka Joe guy had his shirt up all the time. He was afraid of getting sick. He was a hypochondriac.
I wonder how many of our listeners remember Bazooka Joe. I do, but
I love Bazooka Joe.
Okay, for those who are not familiar with it, it was a comic book that came inside gum.
Yes, a one-pager.
And there was one character that always had this turtleneck that was kind of almost like a funnel.
Yes.
And it came up over his face, so all you saw was his eyes, which was kind of like a Naruto. Oh God.
A what?
All the anime fans are going to throw bricks at me now because I can't pronounce it, but it's Naruto character.
Naruto?
Never mind. I'm going too far. Never mind. There's a character in this anime called Naruto. Nanu. I give up. I can't say it.
You can't.
I blame the Baltic Porter.
Oh, yes, as opposed to blaming the swine flu. I would, before you go blaming any type of alcohol.
Bazooka.
Yeah, I'm sending you Bazooka Joe with that guy. I think his name's Mort, actually.
Okay.
And Bazooka Joe had a baseball cap and a eye patch.
Oh, I didn't remember the eye patch.
Yeah, here, hold on. I'll send you a copy. It's they've updated him for the new millennium, but
do they still make Bazooka Joe
They do. They do make Bazooka Joe, and here is I'm going to send you this one right here.
Oh,
This is old Bazooka Joe. This is the old Bazooka Joe that you and I would remember. And here's the new and improved, and how sad, seriously, that why can't they just leave well enough alone? Seriously.
I used to get sick chewing on so much gum because I used to love opening those, and especially around Halloween. I'd like, all right, I got a lot of Bazooka Joe gum.
Right.
And because I'd wanted to read all those stupid little comics which I think were done by the same people who did the Archie's comics. I don't know for sure, but
I don't know if they were
the same vein.
But now this is the revamped Bazooka Joe for a new millennium, kind of like, when they redid the freaking rat from Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, they did?
Remember that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chuck E. Cheese. He's now got like skateboarding helmets and things like that on.
Oh, yeah. I remember when we used to go to Chuck E. Cheese as.
Oh, yes.
I don't know, 20-agers, whatever we were, and we would dump all the money into the animated hippo that sat at the bar, and it would do. Or was it a piano bar, and it was this hippo that would sing and do show tunes at the piano bar.
Really?
And Karen was completely addicted to it. So we'd go there and order a pitcher of beer. You could get beer at Chuck E. Cheese back then. And we'd sit there and drink beer and sing along with the animated hippo, which is like full-sized hippo.
Wow.
You were there.
I don't remember the hippo. I do not remember the animated.
Wow, maybe it was DT. But I know it was Karen. It was always Karen because she would sit there and sing with that hippo every time.
Because she loved the hippo.
She loved singing, for one thing. She was
loved the hippo.
And she did. She loved the hippo.
Wow.
I thought it was you, but my memory is faulty.
I'm having a RAM error.
I'm having parody errors here. Beep.
Well, I'm going to send you. I have a piece of artwork.
Uh-oh.
Because I love Bazooka Joe.
Oh, this is the Bazooka Joe episode.
It kind of is. It kind of turned into that. So, but one of my favorite artists is Mark Kostabi.
Oh, okay.
And you have to look him up. It's so hard to describe. But I found an image that he did, a piece of artwork that I just absolutely fell in love with, and I actually was able to buy it on eBay and got such a screaming deal on it, and now I can't find it for, just it's risen in value. But it's based on the Bazooka Joe comics, and I'm sending it to you right now. It's called Kostabi Joe, and it's just very funny, and I don't know, yeah, so it's a little Bazooka Joe thing. I don't even know how did we even get on. Oh, Bazooka Joe because of you holding the
okay.
the shirt over your head. So it's a parody, and if you understand Mark Kostabi's style, then it makes
geez, sell it.
It makes so much sense. It's like it's great. I actually have that print. There's only I think 200 of them made.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things because I love what he does. Because he here's the thing about Mark Kostabi, he has this place called Kostabi World, ironically, and he hires people to paint and draw in his style.
That's interesting.
And if he likes what they've done, he'll sign it.
Oh.
And then sell it. Now, he does do his own stuff, don't get me wrong, but he has a team of Kostabi people who do that for him. And I think it's brilliant. I love the fact that that's what he does. And that's why it's so funny that the Kostabi Joe is like such a mirror of that type of mentality. I think it's brilliant.
They do that in the publishing world.
Yeah, absolutely. So, there you go. Bazooka Joe, I just want to know how he got his eye put out.
Skateboarding in the desert with cactus. I'm just throwing that out there.
That was a reach, but I'll go with that. Maybe he's like that kid with the pig. He got a snout stuck in his eye.
Oh.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
Or like the kid in The World According to Garp.
Oh, dude, don't even go there.
Okay, I'm backing away from that one.
Oh, that is like
Everybody who's read that book is now cringing.
Yeah, that's like, oh, good heavens. That's like, yeah, that gave me nightmares for months.
Okay.
Let's just say this. Let's just say, just so people who don't
No. Let's not even go there. It's horrible.
Yeah, but the people
read the book.
Dude, they're going to have to drill through all of the book to get to that.
It's a wonderful book. Read the book.
And
then understand the horror. the horror that is The World According to Garp.
And we'll keep an eye out for you.
Ow, my eye hurts now.
I know, that's like not right.
Oh, that was so... that guy and his dancing bears. If I ever meet him, I'm going to drop kick him in the
What
balls.
are you talking about?
The author.
Oh.
I'm going to drop kick him in the balls for putting that in my head.
Yeah, that's like just so not right on so many levels.
Okay, I'm going to have to look the author up. I used to know by heart, but... Okay, why am I not finding the actual novelist's name? John Irving. John Irving, if you're listening, I'm going to drop kick you in the balls for putting that image in my head because it will not leave.
And may I just say, for any attorneys that are looking to...
That's my opinion.
To represent Mr. Irving in any kind of restraining order case...
Go to www.restrainingorders.com. Sponsored by iPretty.
iPretty.com.
And Black Widow Spiders. So...
Sponsored by Microsoft Black Widow Simulator.
That would be a creepy simulator.
That really would. That's
Microsoft like Black Widow Simulator.
It would be like a Black Widow sim. What would you do? You build a web,
he like crawls around on your screen and kills your programs.
Oh, good Lord. And like has millions of other baby spiders. So like
it just eats your computer and then there's nothing but, you turn it on, there's just nothing but spiders.
Just a C prompt.
It won't do anything else. We're webs. Sorry.
Your computer got bit and swolled up. Oh, that's really wrong.
Oh, why is it so funny?
I don't know. It's just, it's still, yeah. Actually, I went back. I go back and listen to that podcast every once in a while, just for fun while I'm working. Yeah, my stepdaughters think that's just the weirdest thing. It's like I'll be sitting here working and listening to the podcast, and they'll come down and go, "Is that you?" And I go, "Yeah, that's me." What? Why are you listening to yourself? You wouldn't.
Because I was brilliant.
Because brilliance can happen at any moment. You don't understand what it's like to be me. I'm sorry.
See, right there.
And, right there. That was brilliant.
Hold it. There again! Brilliance!
Comedy can happen at any moment.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
This is the end of the show.
It's the end of the show again. This is the first stanza of the end of the show. Because as most listeners know, we really can't end the show when we say we're going to end it. We're going to say, thanks for listening to Zombie Beach, and then we'll get sidetracked.
But if we fake it, it's not going to be funny. It has to be real. So now I'm like self-conscious of it. I don't know if we can do it.
That's why I threw that out there, because actually I'm going to have to get off here at some point.
Oh, yeah. Me
too. And you're not feeling well. And
I'm actually feeling a lot better, but...
Are you?
Yeah, but it's the beer. No, I'm serious. I drank this whole porter. It's a very strong porter.
Yes.
It wasn't that great, but it was strong.
The last time I had a strong porter was in Washington, and he was able to carry all 4 bags to my room. Thank you. Good night. That's all from Zombie Beach, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. This was truly a show about nothing.
About nothing. We really had nothing, and we just hit the record button.
Yeah, the whole show was just about the fact that I'm doing it while I have swine flu.
Yeah, and how many podcasts can say that?
Yeah, really. This is like, I don't know. We'll probably go out there and find out that there's like hundreds of them. I have swine flu. Now I have something to talk about on my podcast.
Let's not do that.
Okay.
because I don't want to go out there and be disappointed. You know, it's like I don't want to go out there and find 5,000 swine flu podcasts. I just want to believe and in my head that we're the only ones.
Here's the thing. Oh, you know what? I went back and I listened to our podcast. I think I told you that. I say that way too much. I'll even say, here's the thing. Here's the thing. But this is the thing. I have to stop that. We need a little buzzer that every time I do that, you push the buzzer. So
when you say, here's the thing, I don't think do you say that a lot?
I say that like 4 or 5 times every episode, and it really got on my nerves. So if it got on my nerves, it's got to be getting on the listeners' nerves.
Well, here's what I'm thinking.
I apologize to the listeners for being repetitive and stupid.
I think every time we say .com, we should hit a buzzer.
It would drink. It'll a drinking game.
I think so. There you go. Dear listener, it's a Zombie Beach drinking game. Anytime Jerry says...
this is the thing. Or
this is the thing. Or when we say .com at the end of a sentence, then that's when you take a drink.
Takeadrink.com.
Yeah,
I was just practice, though.
So, yeah, well, you know what? What we could do is we could splice this to the beginning of the show. So that people could be ready for the show and really enjoy the drinking aspect.
That's true. Because, we're all about drinking and getting drunk. Just don't drive.
Yeah, certainly don't listen to don't do the drinking game in your car if you listen to your podcast on the car.
God, we used to do that. Karen and I used to go drunk driving back in the 70s.
That's bad.
Do you remember that?
No.
God,
there's a lot of things I blocked out.
She would say, let's go drunk driving. We'd buy a bottle of wine and drive to San Francisco.
Well, there you go.
We survived, but but how politically incorrect is that?
Oh,
we should have died. That would have been more politically correct, right?
But not as much fun to podcast.
Yeah, really. God.
You can't really die, you know that, because then you'd be breaking up the band.
The things that I survived that I shouldn't have is amazing.
And this is the thing.
Seriously, I have an angel that watches over me. That's the only explanation I have.
I believe that. I believe that there are guardian angels, and I honestly believe that mine is probably got hazard pay.
Really?
Seriously. Good Lord.
Mr. Crunchy Shorts.
Yeah. There have been so many times that I should have just been thrown out of the back of your Subaru Brat and left by the side of the road.
And so many times we should have died of alcohol poisoning.
No kidding.
Or at least woken up a cucumber or something.
Honestly, I'm just thankful that we really are only immortal for a limited time.
Yeah, really.
In the words of Neil Peart.
I would... he said that, huh?
He did in a song.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's a lyricist, so I guess it would be in a song. I don't think he was like drinking and just said that and then passed out at a bar. He might have. I don't know. He's Canadian.
Yeah, he probably did.
He could have. He's brilliant. Hey, speaking of brilliance, dude, I did not know that Jeffrey Combs does a Edgar Allan Poe thing in Hollywood.
Oh, my podcasting partner on... You listen. She's gone to see him like 4 or 5 times, and he invited her backstage, and she hung out with him.
See, I did not have any clue until I went over to Don't Quit Your Day Job, because actually I was kind of going around to see if your other podcast people are plugging our show, and I saw that there, and I'm going, I want to go and see this next year.
Oh, it's still playing. It's playing through December.
Is it really?
Yeah, you can go see it.
Oh, I'm there. Dude, I'm going to take my cell phone and I'm going to record it. And probably get slapped with a... Yeah, I'll probably have a lawsuit or something. But
You'll probably have a much different experience than Melanie did.
What? What was wrong? What?
No, because she had a wonderful experience and you'll be kicked out.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'll be sitting on the curb with my phone. Someone will pull out the SIM card and take a bite out of it or something. I don't know. All right. Well, okay. As much as I hate to cut us short, I actually have to go and go have dinner.
Yeah, and I'm
with my lovely wife.
Is she standing there tapping her foot?
No, but she's on her way home. She had to work today, so usually I try to podcast a little bit earlier on a Saturday, but I got waylaid doing smogging and things like that.
Okay. Well,
so but that's all right. I mean, it's
it's cool that we did one. Thank you everybody for listening to us.
I apologize in advance for the shortness of the extended ending.
Well, let me look that up. Extendedending.com. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening, and thank you for downloading. And don't catch the swine flu, but if you do, don't worry about it, because the worry is worse than the flu.
Yeah, and you can't get it from eating bacon, so please support pork, the other white meat.
Yeah, pork up, baby. Pork. Another thing. This is a serious.
This is the thing.
No, I have a serious announcement to make.
No, please go ahead.
To all the employers out there, do not require your goddamn employees to work while they're sick.
I agree.
How many times have you worked for someone who is like No, I'm not saying that's my current employer. They don't. No. They just let me work from home.
But now here's the thing.
But there's so many. But it's those employers who I've worked for in the past that expect you to work even if you're sick. That's why. Where am I going with this?
I don't know. That's why
it spreads so much.
Communicable diseases are communicated.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
And work from home if it's at all possible.
And here's the even worse side. They may not tell you have to come in, but they shame you.
Yes, they do.
Coming in.
And so shame on them.
And they can't say, "Oh, I told you to." I didn't tell you to come into work.
Yeah.
But then they sit there and go, "You're really going to stay home?"
Yeah. Okay. All right. I've got the huge shame spotlight ready. I'm turning it up to 11, and I'm pointing it all at them right now. All of you people out there who have done that, feel shame right now.
Yes.
Shame. Shame.
This episode of Zombie Beach brought to you by Shameovision.
.com.
Drink, everybody.
Okay. I got to let you go so you can go greet.
I know, so I can go have dinner and enjoy. In honor of you tonight.
Yes.
I'm going to have pork. I'm going to have some sort of pork product. Awesome. I'm going to enjoy pork and
beans.
And beads?
Beans.
Oh, beans. I'm going pork and beads. What is this? It's like
coming out.
It's Mardi Gras. Here, let me throw a pig at you.
Well, I was expecting beads, but this pig is kind of cute.
Show me your swine. I'll throw you some beads. Boy, that would put a whole new spin on Mardi Gras. If people like, if
just swine twirlers. Marching down the street.
Dude, I am telling you right now, if we ever live in the same state and can go to the Doodah parade, you and I have to be the synchronized swine twirler team.
All right, you're on.
We could. Do you know how fun that would be? We just get these big cardboard pigs and just spin
really?
So anyway,
right.
Mardi Gras and show us your boobs and we'll hit you with a pig. It's a new tradition. That's what I'm thinking.
There you go.
I think that could work. I think you know what? I'm gonna try it this year, and I'm gonna get a hog and I'll drive down the street and find somebody and just yell, "Show me your boobs," and throw a pig. Now,
oh Lord.
What could I get charged with from the police department for number one?
If it's a real pig, you get charged for animal cruelty.
There's always that. I'm sitting here thinking, would it be
big latex pig? I don't know. Assault and battery somehow.
Wait,
I know. I'm trying to think of a joke for that, but
biglatexpig.com.
Assault and piggery.
Piggery? Assault and bacon? Assaulted bacon.
Salted bacon.
.com.
Salt and bacon.
Oh, good heavens.
Okay, we're not purposely drawing this out.
No, this is just this is just happening.
But I'm conscious of it, so.
You know what I'm thinking, in all honesty? Next podcast, let's just say, like we talked about before, let's just start the podcast with an ending.
Okay.
Because it seems like when we do that, I don't know. It's like we have
that's when the magic happens.
It does. It's like separation anxiety. I think it's like I don't really want to hang up, but I know I have to, but I don't want to, so I want to try to get in another funny thing. And
Steve Jobs. Oh, and one more thing.
And that's right.
Did I say
Jerry Davis?
Jobs?
This is the thing.
This is it.
I heart the apocalypse.
.com.
Break. All right, Jerry.
Okay, take care.
I'm ending this madness right now.
All right. Music swells, whatever it is.
So the music will swell much like an infected pork.
Yes. Ouch.
H1. This
H1P1.
H1. See, that's what we should do. This could be H1P1. The next one will be H1P2.
Yeah, really.
And then H1PT109. Boy, that's an old reference. For those of you who don't really know what that reference is, just PT109 on the Google thing and
on the Google tubes.
On the Google. Boy, I just sounded like I was ancient. On that Google thing.
Oh my God! Hey, yes, my God!
Go get your H1P1 HSN.
I'm not even making any sense. Goddamn. Translate.
That was babble pork. That was babble pork.
Babble pork. Babble pork Galactica. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right. For real now.
Cattle car gargantua.
Oof. Okay.
All right. That's it. End of show. Music covering up whatever we're talking about.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, ladies and gentlemen.
Goodbye. Thanks for listening.
And thank you, because we love you.
.com.zom. No, wait. .zom.
Loyal reader.
Join us today.
Join us today as we try to end the show. Wait, do we have is the Ouija board up? Can we ask Minikiss if we should shut it down again?
No.
All right.
Okay.
Music swells. End of show.
Okay, it's done.
Finished.